In this video, which is the 14th day of the regulation show list, I'll talk about how MC is about to become legal. What kinds of cases are possible? I will also talk about how this affects MC and why the shorts can't be taken off the cutoff list like overstock. A tweet from Nate says that the regulation show has been going on for 13 days. You can see that IMC is on the controlled show list for February 22nd for the 14th day in a row. What does it mean for an MC? Now, what formal steps can both the MC and us take? It's the small funders. Even though this is the first time an MC has ever made it to the 14th day on the illegal show list, Adam Aron has said on Twitter in the past that he will only do what is reasonable and won't just make accusations that could be seen as damaging to someone's character. A lot is going on for the main character, Adam Aron. Adam Aron will not go to court unless he has strong proof from outside sources. He is afraid of getting into a lot of trouble if he accuses someone of fake shorting without any proof. Unless he has strong proof that backs up his claim, he will not go to court. After being on the public regulatory show list for 14 days, which was against the law, an MC can now give clear and convincing proof to the SEC, FINRA, and DTCC. There's also a chance that we small owners can sue because we saw that an MC has been on the regulatory show list for 14 days. Federal law says that broker-dealers have to cover shares on the regulation show list by the end of business today. As Nate tweeted, for more information, he asked if they would, and if not, if Gary Gensler and the SEC would really follow the rules. He said it was clear that Gary Gensler liked the dishonest short. Sellers, if all of those questions turned out to be bad in the end, as part of this, the rules, rulings, or lists are looked at to see how they are actually implemented. Section 203B of the regulations says that a standard must be set and kept. Some of the things that make securities lists stand out for nick shortening are stocks that have a lot of failed deliveries. Things haven't gone so well with this, though. A lot of businesses stay on the barrier list for months at a time. It's not enough for them to stay there for 13 days before leaving. It says that this is because of a method in which the FTDs are moved from one trading firm to another. Nate's tweet says that these 10 broking firms are the biggest in the world if they break the rules, show stocks, or refuse to follow American trading laws when it comes to MC shares. It seems like Biggers has figured out why these market makers and traders can't reset the 13-day clock any further. Dell, for example, is forced by law to buy Shaw. In a sense, this means that more than just these shorts are passing the FTS. People say that overstock was on the regulation show list for more than 600 days. He tweeted that Phase 6 ended because of those fake restarts and that it looks like the IST 6-month contracts are ending in 7 days. He went on to say that this time they can't just reset the 13-day clock. He also said that if they agreed, they could give the legal duty to another broker. But if they do, the other broker or market maker has to take on the legal danger to. It pretty much sums up what's going on with these market makers, and how some of them have completely absolved themselves of any duty and refused to take that risk. He said that he sleeps well at night because he knows he is doing the right thing in history. After being sure that his theory was correct, he said that he had texted Adam Aron and then personally made several calls to get support for 8 in order to pay off the MC deadened layer of the business with institutional investors in order to get rid of the global systemic risk that Adamo was the main cause of. Through the wooden nickel exercise, he proved to himself that the company was or is working with the powerful to guarantee that the most highly risky or at-risk hedge funds or market makers would cover some of their short positions. With the release of these ape shares, the few market makers were able to close out their short holdings. This meant that the global financial system was no longer in danger of collapsing in 2021. The Fed's assessment of financial safety says that 2 years have passed, and if anything, that risk has grown. So, in order to protect the world's financial system, some of the biggest market makers had to find a way out before everything fell apart. Bam wrote on Twitter that he thinks Adam Aron worked with the biggest market makers, and most likely the SEC, to get them off the hook for the huge risk. But it's clear that most short sellers and market makers are still holding on to these risky debts, and they will still be wiped out when the squeeze happens. If there is one difference, it is that the global banking system will not collapse because Admiral, for lack of a better word, has saved the world. He also said that he thought the risk had been removed, and that it was now time to finish the original plan that was probably started in June 2021. This plan is to obviously cause a squeeze that liquidates a lot of hedge funds and gets rid of the bad actors in the market. He also said that his models now showed proof that his thesis was or is right, and that the elephants, or the biggest players in the market, are buying GameStop shares to get ready for the squeeze. He also said that he thinks we will have a 360 win, which means that the company will win, the financial markets will win so they can stay alive, and individual owners will win. It's possible that this is another reason why Fidelity wants your shares so badly. It's likely that Fidelity, like many other market makers, has a lot of bad debt hanging over their heads. Also, Fidelity may have some of the most fake MC votes compared to the number of shares they say they own. Because of this, Fidelity is doing everything they can to find real RMC shares for us and their trading site. Because of this, they are now giving you 91.5% interest on your AMC shares, instead of just 70%. Fidelity seemed to be giving away more and more money to find your shares and lend them out. I just wanted to quickly answer a few of your questions and briefly explain what's been going on with us lately. It was a year or so ago that many of you said this pension fund wouldn't work for Adam and AMC. For example, we didn't know about the vote, and the MC wasn't made public at the time. He did, however, want to send a strong tweet describing what he saw as painfully obvious about the MC and Monkey lawsuit. He said that the best time to sue to try to win and stop the vote was on December 22, 2022. When Adam Aron first revealed the vote to turn it back into an MC, the main thing he wants to know is why it took the pension fund 2 whole months to sue Adam Aron and an MC. According to him, the only reason for filing the case now is to delay the vote. The company says that the short sellers are trying to stop the clock or get more time to get out of their short positions by voting against the measure. Adam Aron said he only thinks one thing when he sees all of these MC claims. It's possible for you to ignore the argument and go ahead with the monkey vote and change. Regardless, the clothes that are worn when a business uses poison to steal a company look a lot like these. His opinion is that neither strategy works very often, which means that bringing pointless cases is never helpful because it makes them angry. The company that tried to do a hostile takeover will normally then sue the company that stopped the hostile takeover by using their poison pill. That's all we have today. What do you think about MC stock? Tell us what you think in the place below for comments.